morning, good morning, good morning. A loving good morning to everyone loading into our virtual global living room. Happy and warm Saturday to you. This room is about living and growing and learning and healing as we move beyond the virus. Great and grand rising. I hope you can see that I am coming to you from a new direction, from a new perspective. Let me see if I can get my YouTube just a little more centered there. And my Facebook. Good morning, Facebook. Welcome to your weekly antiviral message, Living Beyond the Virus. You know that we have been here. Let me see, do I need to come up a little bit? Let me see if I can get my YouTube thing a little straighter here. Hold on, YouTube. Just forgive me. Let me get it a little poised up here, because it looks like y'all can only see half of my head, okay? I hope you can see that I'm coming to you from a new perspective today, from a new direction. Yeah, this is day 56. And we are still rising. We are still rising higher and higher and higher as we move and live beyond the virus. So let's suit up this morning with a bold declaration of strength. So as you load in, I invite you to complete this thought form as your declaration to the universe. Okay, ready? And I am choosing to be powerful. I am choosing to be powerful as, I am choosing to be powerful because, I am choosing to be powerful when I am choosing to be powerful. That is our bold declaration today. That is what we are suiting up with today, okay? I am choosing to be powerful because, I am choosing to be powerful when, I am choosing to be powerful as I. So come on into the global living room and let us make a bold declaration into the universe of life. Okay, good morning, Maryland. Good morning, England. Good morning, Boston. I am choosing to be powerful as I am choosing to be powerful when I am choosing to be powerful because. That is our bold declaration. Good morning. Good morning, Swift Courage Cohort. Good morning. Yes. Good morning, New York City. Good morning, where am I? Delaware. Good morning. Good afternoon from Paris. Good afternoon. I'm sorry y'all don't want us over there with y'all, but we got cooties. Yes, we got cooties. Good morning. Good morning to everyone loading in. Grand and glorious rising. I'm choosing to be powerful because I come from powerful people. That's good. I'm choosing to be powerful when I'm choosing to be powerful because I'm choosing to be powerful because. Come on, let's suit up this morning, making a bold declaration. Listen, Virginia, New York, New Jersey, I am pleased to announce that there has been no late night snacking for 3 consecutive days. Yay! What I have decided to do is to have a banquet in my mind, okay? So instead of going downstairs like a thief in the night to pillage for food, I lay in my bed and I eat whatever I want to. So last night, I had these little pretzel chips that I've got on sale. I had the little pretzel chips with hummus, and I had fried chicken and macaroni and cheese, and I had three Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars, coffee ice cream, of course, in my mind, okay? So that means that I got a powerful mind. And not only did I not leave my bed, I didn't ingest 1 calorie, and it was delicious. I tell you, the mind may be a terrible thing to waste, but it is a powerful thing to use. Come on in. I'm choosing to be powerful because. I'm choosing to be powerful when I'm choosing to be powerful as I am choosing to be powerful. Where are my Swits this morning? Come on in, Swits. Come on in and let me see you suit up. Let me see you suit up with your power. Arizona. Come on, welcome Arizona. Who else is in here this morning? California. I'm choosing to be powerful. Come on, I'm choosing to be powerful because I am a child of God. I'm choosing to be powerful as I move forward with powerful, purposeful. That's what I'm talking about. Let us get powerful. Let us declare it. Grand and glorious rising to you, Jacksonville, Florida. I'm choosing to be powerful. You know, Florida's a little challenge right now, but we're going to still declare it, okay? Listen, freedom and peace will be home next week. You know, they've been in training boot camp with my godson because while I love all kind of animals, I love animals, I am not good at the training part. I'm just not. So my grandson, he took them from me when Freedom decided that because I wouldn't let her in my prayer room, she was going to poop in the middle of my white floor. Okay, she had to go to boot camp. Couldn't do it. She just came right out and pooped in the middle of my floor. I said, off to boot camp with you. So her and Peace are over there together, and they are getting, I'm choosing to be powerful in chaos. I love that. So they'll be home next week for a visit, but they are over there. So if you're just joining us, or if you're here for the first time, you are welcome here at the Antiviral Global Living Room. And today we are making a bold declaration. I am choosing to be powerful when I am choosing to be powerful because I am choosing to be powerful as I am choosing to be powerful. That's what we are doing today, making a bold declaration, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. And if you're not careful, you will be confused and conglomerated and in all kind of configuration. So we don't want confusion, conflama, or configuration. Okay? So I'm choosing to be powerful. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Swits. I saw the Courage Tribe. Any other Swits here this morning? Any other Swits here this morning? I see we got a lot of new people. Italy's in the house, and Brooklyn's in the house. Where's Bronx? Bronx, you in the house? Swit. Firm faith and trust. Come on. I'm choosing to be powerful because I am powerful. How about that? What a concept. I'm choosing to be powerful because my Creator made me to be so. I'm choosing to be powerful as I move throughout my day. I'm choosing, good morning, Jersey. I'm choosing to be powerful, to be true to myself. Yes. Come on, East Orange. Yes. Come on, Ohio's in the house. Ohio, you choosing to be powerful? I am choosing. Choice is your power. Choice is your power. It doesn't matter what's going on. You always have the power of choice. So let's use that power this morning. Let's make a bold declaration this morning. Let's change some stuff in the world this morning. Come on. I'm choosing to be powerful as I clear out and simplify my life. I love it. I love it. I love it. Come on. I'm choosing to be powerful in spite of what's going on around me. I'm choosing to be powerful because I am from Maryland. All right, I'll take it. I'm from Brooklyn. I know I'm powerful, okay? And I'm from old world Brooklyn. I'm not from the gentrified changing Brooklyn. I'm from do or die, Bed-Stuy. There ain't no dope in the Park Slope, okay? I'm choosing to be powerful as I plan my mother's memorial good. Swit from Firm Faith and Trust. Choosing to be powerful in Botswana, Africa. Come on now, somebody talk to me this morning. Yes, let's raise up the angels and the ancestors. Let's get that power moving, because this week, ooh, my Lord have mercy, this was a rough week right here. California, Texas, Arizona, you know, this corona thinks is coming back, but we have been doing this antiviral message since March, and we are powerful, and we know how to take our minds and our mouth and use it to create the desired experiences. Come on, I'm choosing to be powerful because my life matters. Yes, I'm choosing to be powerful. I'm choosing to be powerful as a woman. I'm choosing to be powerful as a man. I'm choosing to be powerful as a teacher. I'm choosing to be powerful as a blessed child of God. I'm choosing to be powerful when I speak. I'm choosing to be powerful when I think. Come on, expand your consciousness and make a bold declaration into the universe. I'm choosing to be powerful because I'm a spiritual warrior in training. Yes, come on. And doesn't that feel good? Come on, it feels good just to be able to declare these things, yeah? That's what we're suiting up with this morning. We're suiting up so that we can, we know that the cases of the corona that are being reported in some places are rising, and we know that young people are the ones who are being affected, and we know that our leaders aren't quite giving us what we need, and we know that people are in resistance to wearing masks, and still we can rise up in our power. We rise knowing and believing that all things are working for good. They really are. We know and we believe that we are powerful and we are equipped to handle everything that comes our way. And believing that, we make this bold declaration and we declare our intentions into the universe so that we can create a new way forward. Grand and glorious rising. Here we go. And so we begin. Yeah. Let's breathe. Taking a long, deep inhale through the nose and a slow, complete exhale through the mouth, through the nose, I'm sorry. Someone asked me once, what's the distinction between breathing through the nose and breathing through the mouth? Well, when you breathe through the nose, you expand the lungs and the diaphragm. And when you breathe through the mouth, you're clearing out in the chest, okay? The breath is right here in the chest. And when you breathe through the nose, you're connected to the diaphragm, to the lungs, okay? So today, we are going to practice mindfulness breathing, all right? We're going to do a little mindfulness work. So settle in. Be sure you're in a comfortable position. You can sit upright with your feet flat on the floor, with your arms and legs uncrossed. Make sure your ankles are uncrossed. And if you can, just rest your hands on your thighs, palms up or down, whichever is more comfortable for you. Just allow your eyelids to close gently, which means you will not be able to type. Just for a moment. And take a few moments just to get in touch with the movement of your breath, the sensations as the breath flows in and out of the body. Bring your awareness to any physical sensations in your body, especially the sensations of touch or pressure, where your body meets the chair or the floor and where it makes your hands make contact with your legs. Just for a moment, be present with your inhale and your exhale. Bring your awareness to your body. Notice what's going on. Any tightness, any tension, any anxiety, anywhere in the body as you breathe. Now bring your attention to the gentle rising and falling of your chest or your belly as you breathe, like ocean waves coming in and out. Your breath is always there, supporting you, connecting you to life. Notice each breath. Focus on each inhale and each exhale. No need to try to control your breathing. Just be aware. Let the breath breathe you and breathe itself. And as best as you can, bring an attitude of allowing and gentle acceptance to the breath. The in-breath and the out-breath. Just be present and aware. Now, sooner or later, your mind is going to wander away from the breath to other concerns, worries, images, bodily sensations. The mind is going to start planning or daydreaming, or it just may drift off. It may drift along. That's what minds do. Much of the time, they wander. They think. That's what minds do. And when you notice that your mind has wandered off, or if you get impatient or anxious, gently congratulate yourself for being aware. You have just become aware of your experience in the moment. So often we move throughout the days of life totally unaware of what we are experiencing. So even if your mind is wandering, you've experienced that. Now gently escort your mind back to the breath. The inhale and the exhale. Focus on that. Bring your awareness to your physical body, your shoulders, your back, your belly, your legs, your feet, any bodily sensations. Any feelings in the body, whether it's tension or tightness or racing, anxiety, or anything else. Just notice it and breathe. Be aware. Notice if your shoulders are relaxed. Notice if your belly is tight, your arms. And then just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it. Okay, my arms are tight. My shoulders are hunched. Don't try to hold them or make them do anything. Just breathe. Just notice. If there's any uncomfortable sensations, you can breathe into it by just imagining that your breath is moving in and out from that place in your body where there's tension or tightness or pain. The intention is not to make you feel better, but just to get better at feeling and being aware. Just to notice what you're feeling and where you feel it in the body. Gently follow your inhale, your exhale, breathing in and out. Take a long, deep inhale through the nose. Shoulders relax, and a slow, complete exhale through the nose. Relax into the moment. When you're ready, you can open your eyelids. You want to begin training yourself to be aware of and to notice what's going on in your body and in your mind. Just moment by moment. You don't have to do anything about it. Sometimes we won't let ourselves feel or know because we think we have to do something about it, unless there's pain. Now, if you have pain, that's a different lesson. For today, we simply want to increase our awareness and our willingness to just be with whatever we sense or feel. You don't have a problem. You don't have to have a problem with anything that's going on. Just be aware. And we breathe. Today, let us send light and love and healing energy to police officers all around this country. Now just notice your response to hearing that declaration, okay? Notice if there's any resistance or if there's any judgment or tension or tightness. Just notice and breathe. Good morning, Berlin. Notice if there are any toxic feelings that come forward when you hear me say, sending light, love, and healing energy to police officers. Notice if there's any tension or anxiety that comes forward in the body or in the mind. Nothing to do. Just notice and know that that energy can be harmful to you, okay? It can restrict you. It can block your good, your peace, your joy. Come on, breathe. Just notice. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, Miss Iyanla, now you have gone too far. Blessing police officers with all of that's going on in the world. Why in the world would I want to do that? Why, Miss Iyanla, would I want to do that? Why? We want to bless police officers because they are fathers and mothers. Because at the root and core of their being, they are our brothers and our sisters. They have a job, but we are blessing them. We bless them because many of them have been infected with the disease of misuse of power, okay? And many of them have fallen into the darkness of separation, believing and thinking it's them against us and us against them. We bless them because many of those fathers and mothers have become infected with the disease of confusion. Many of them have been blamed and judged and demoralized by the actions of a few. We bless them because they are probably as traumatized and horrified as many of us are by the behavior of a few. We bless them because we can. And we bless them because there are those of them who need it. We bless police officers today in every city, in every state, because joined here, heart to heart, soul to soul, we are powerful. And we bless police officers today because we want to call an end to mistreatment. We want to call an end to poor judgment. We want to call an end to inappropriate behavior and the senseless killings of black men committed by police officers. That's why we bless them and we breathe. With deep compassion and loving kindness in our hearts, let us send the violet transmuting flame, a universal healing energy, a universal healing light to fill the hearts and minds of police officers around this country. For this moment, just focus good thoughts, good energy on these fathers and mothers who, just like you and me, want to create and experience a good life for themselves and for their families. Let us see in our minds and feel in our hearts and imagine and intend it to be so that there is a universal healing energy surrounding them wherever they are in this moment. See it, feel it, imagine it. Let us send energy of compassion and appreciation. Let us send energy of clarity and truth. Let us send a powerful energy, hear me, that will begin to erode that thin blue line, that veil of fear that supports those who abuse and violate the trust that has been placed in them. Come on, breathe. Let us send them, police officers, energy of strength and endurance, of clarity. Surround them in love, because love is the universal healer. And as police officers are healed and balanced, our communities can be safe again. Black men can be safe. Let us erode that thin blue line that keeps them silent. Today, we are just blessing police officers at all levels, wherever they are in this nation, so that we can experience a shift. And we breathe. Join me in placing your hands over your heart, and you can repeat these words silently or aloud with the intention that the men we know, that the police officers we know or don't know, the fathers, the mothers, the men, the women, black, white, that they'll receive this energy wherever they are and however they need it. May you know that you can change. May you know that you can be trusted. May you receive the energy of our love. May you know peace. Come on, let's do that again. For the police officers who think they're stuck. May you know that you can change. May you know that you can be trusted. May you receive the energy of our love. And may you know peace. And we breathe. I want to remind us that whatever ill or upset and judgment we hold about others, it will impact and affect us. It'll impact and affect our energy, not the person that we're upset with. So we want to release that. We want to release those things. And by blessing the person or people, it clears our way. It clears our energy, okay? Because we are powerful like that. We can do that. Yeah? All right, listen. Our inspirational reading today is going to come from a little book that came to me back in the 90s that has now been revised and updated. All right? When it came to me, it was originally called The Book of Practical Faith. That's what it was called. But it's now been revised and updated, and the book is called, you're going to love this, How to Be Spiritual Without Being Religious. How to be spiritual without being religious. Good morning, Guyana. And it's by D. Patrick Miller, who also wrote the Forgiveness book. This book came to me back in the 90s. So I want to share a little bit with you out of this book because it's in alignment with the message that I want to offer you today. Okay? Ready? A spiritual faith is a more practical way to deal with everyday life than cynicism, toughness, or defensiveness. Think police officers could use that? Faith can be sensible and savvy, and practicing it daily increases its usefulness and reliability. Yet spiritual faith is also tinged with mystery, for it is the connection to our unknown potential and the power of creation itself. Spirituality is the way out of misery, the way into self-knowledge, and the way toward a more fulfilling and effective life. Many people might define faith religiously as a belief in God. However, you can maintain constant contact with God, okay? By God, I mean, he means the universal and marvelously creative energy that moves us all. By recognizing and affirming that energy, we become increasingly loving, peaceful, and wise. Of course, belief and faith in God can coincide and strengthen each other. But I believe it is also possible to practice faith, to honor, share, and benefit from a spiritual discipline without any particular religious belief or affiliation. This has been my personal experience, and it is what I mean by how to be spiritual without being religious. On the other hand, it is easy to see the damage done in the world by people promoting religious beliefs that are not backed up by the practice of wise and tolerant faith. Thus, practicing a spiritual faith is not the same as holding fast to religious beliefs against all the slings and arrows of reality. In fact, faith can be weakened by too much believing. Faith is the willingness to take a chance on what we do not yet believe for the sake of finding greater happiness and spreading and sharing more peace and love. Ooh, that is so good. The miracle of a well-practiced faith is that it eventually provides rewards that surpass the mere fulfillment of our desires. That is my conclusion after more than 30 years of investigating spirituality as a personal practice. Now, here's the good part. Listen. What stands in the way of faith is not cynicism, but guilt. Guilt will push people into religious beliefs that do not promote peace and love. While cynicism is a compensation for living faithlessly, it is paradoxically a kind of faith itself. When a person is cynical, instead of relying on hope, possibility, and the best in other people, the cynic relies on disappointment, pessimism, and distrust. By maintaining this attitude, they hope to cut their losses and be amply prepared for the next insult and disaster that life sends their way. Okay, wait a minute, where's my thing? The key to releasing cynicism and guilt is unbelievably simple, even if the process may be long and difficult. When you have faith, you can simply ask that guilt be taken away by a power greater than your own. The original creative intelligence that some of us call God will do that. To ask for this divine favor, it's not necessary to believe in a religious dogma or any specific God. It is only necessary to be willing to change. Personally, I believe that God is powerful enough to have created the universe. The God that is powerful enough to have created the universe feels secure enough to help disbelievers. The tiniest kernel of willingness to change is the first seed of faith and the beginning of the end of guilt. Ooh. How to be spiritual without being religious. Okay? Don't put in the thing. What's the name of that book? Here the name of the book is. How to be spiritual without being religious by D. Patrick Miller. I'm going to speak to that in a minute, but right now I want you to consider this affirmation and repeat it to yourself as often as possible as you move throughout this day, or let's say this week, because now we're only together once a week, okay? Here it is. I am responsible for my personal power. I am choosing to believe that I am powerful. I'm choosing to stand in my power. I am choosing to stand in my personal power with love. Let's do that again. All right? I am responsible for my personal power. I am choosing to believe that I am powerful. I'm choosing to stand in my personal power. I'm choosing to stand in my personal power with love. And we breathe. Yeah, that's our affirmation for today. I am responsible for my personal power, because I've just seen and heard too many of us relinquishing our power to things, particularly with this corona still creeping around, okay? I would really like to speak with you today briefly on a subject of where is your soul anchored? Or what is your soul anchored in? And when I say soul, I'm not talking about the eternal part of you that is always connected to and imbued by the Creator or God or Jesus or whatever you call it. In my mind, that's your spirit. The spirit is the eternal part of you that is always connected to God. When I say soul, I'm talking about how your spirit expresses itself in life based on your history, your experiences, your belief. When I say soul, I'm talking about who you are, how you live, what you do, and how you do it. In other words, I am talking about your personality. How the spirit expresses through that energy of the soul. I'm talking about the qualities of your character. Where is your soul? Where is your character? Where is your personality anchored? And in what is your soul, your character, your personality anchored? Are you anchored in guilt or greatness? Are you anchored in anger and anxiousness and resentment and bitterness? Or are you anchored in possibility and opportunity and love? Is your soul anchored in the omnipresent, omnipotent energy of truth? Or is your soul bogged down by facts and falsehoods? Just asking. In what is your soul anchored? I wanted to start with that reading today because in the past 2 weeks, 4 or 5 different people who have a need to save my soul have written me to ask me whether or not what I teach goes against their religion. Some of them weren't too nice either. Some of them were Christians and some of them were not. For some reason, they seem to think or feel that because I mention God, I'm talking about religion. Or they feel that because I do not follow or promote the traditional and accepted lines of religious theology, that I'm somehow engaged in some sort of blasphemy. Or as one person said, heresy. And I want to say again, I've said it a million times, what I'm offering is not religious. It don't matter to me what your religion is. What I'm offering in the way of things for you to consider goes above and beyond religious theology. And at the same time can complement and support any religious teachings that you hold. Why? Because it can help you build your character. It can help you, it supports you in changing your thinking. It's a deeper development of your personality by bringing your mind and energy into alignment with universal truth. And if you don't have if your religion can't save you from me, then you might want to rethink it. All right? So my point today is, where is your soul, your character, your personality anchored that would make you afraid of new information? And where are you anchored in facilitating your own growth and healing and evolution as an individual, regardless of your religion? And in what or to what do you look when you've reached the end of your human capacity? Because that happens. And to whom or to what do you look when you need guidance and clarity and support? On what do you lean when you're weak and frightened, lost, depressed, broke, hungry? Or do you just wait for something or someone to make it okay for you, to make something happen for you? Or do you use your divinely imbued personal power to create in your mind with faith what it is you need, knowing that it must come forward? I often wonder if all of the mess that we see and hear in the world is the result of waiting for God or Jesus or Allah or Buddha or Orisha or angels to do what we need to do. We need to stop fighting. We need to stop hating. We need to stop being impatient. We need to stop judging each other. God can't do that for us. But if we're anchored in this religiosity that thinks that it's going to happen through I don't know what, then we continue to attack each other, to just be impatient and ugly with one another, judge one another, judge each other. How dare you accuse me of blasphemy? How dare you? How dare you? When I have given and loved and shared, asking nothing in return. Nothing. But because it doesn't fit your criteria, you dare to put that curse upon me? Because you don't know how the power of your mind? How dare you? I am a mother and a grandmother and a great-grandmother. How dare you invade my personal space with that unloving energy? I rebuke it. How dare you? Keep that to yourself. If you think I'm committing blasphemy, then report me to the God of your understanding. Don't send that into my space. But we do that. We're doing that with police officers right now. These mothers, these fathers feeding children, paying rent, looking for a better way of living and being just as we are. I don't condone what they do, but I don't condemn them all because some have done it. What are you anchored in that would allow you to condemn another living human being? What is your soul anchored in? I think it's the Bible that says, hate the doer, but hate the doing, but love the doer. Okay? What are you anchored in that allows you to listen to lies and go along like, some lunatic just doing it because the governor or the president or the Congress? What are you anchored in? And where do you go to get support and help and checking what you hear in the world? Listen, I don't know what masks do, but I know the damn corona kills, so I will have on a mask. I'm going to put a mask on my nose, my ears. I might put one on the madam. I don't want no corona nowhere. Can you check in with yourself? What are you anchored in? That you have to say, oh, this is my political party, this is my... What are you anchored in? That's the question. What are you anchored in? I'm anchored in love. Yeah. I'm anchored in my purpose. And I don't have to explain my purpose to any human being. Because when I get on the other side, ain't no human are going to be on the committee that asks me, did I fulfill my purpose? So if I am committing blasphemy and heresy, I don't have to answer to you. How about that? Let's start thinking that way. Let's use love to bless people and call them up. Let's anchor ourselves in love and peace. Let's anchor ourselves in acceptance. Half of us don't even know what we feel sometimes, and we're talking about what other people are feeling and doing. No. Handle your business. What are you anchored in? I'm not angry or upset. I'm just very passionate this morning because I just see too much wahala and bochinche and confusion and conflammation all over the planet. I'm done. I saw yesterday another beating of a black man by the police. Saw it on the I don't know what I was looking at, and I had to really work with myself. It's the thin blue line. It's the white man's superiority. Call it what it is. Know the history that the police force were originally slave catchers. That's what they were. And that's how the police force grew. So yeah, they're going to be beating and killing black men because it's in the fibers of the big creation of the police force. So let's not condemn the police. Let's condemn the system and do something to change it. Come on, breathe with me. What are you anchored in, beloved? What are you anchored in? What are you anchored in? Your day. How do you start your day? What guides your day? What guides your relationships? What guides your speaking, your eating? What are you anchored in? What guides the way you raise children? What guides how you treat the planet? What guides what you do when you see an injustice in the world? What are you anchored in? I tell you, I'm too old to go marching. I did that in the 60s. I can't go out there. But I have written more letters. Ooh, boy, I have lit my keyboard up. Okay, I have written everybody. I'm writing everybody. And I also write the mayors of the city letters of support. Okay, when I support them. What are you anchored in? As you go through this week, continue. When you have a bad reaction, it seems that we are so bogged down with and anchored in fear and in shame and in guilt and in anger and in unforgiveness and in judgment that we're so bogged down. And it's that whole collection is power sucking, okay? Personality draining thoughts and feelings and beliefs that we forget that we are also anchored in the presence of good and God all of the time. We forget that. So, the Creator can only do for us what the Creator can do through us by whatever name you choose to call the Creator. Okay, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Muhammad, or Risha, I don't have no issue with it. That's for you. So when our souls, though, are anchored in human frailties and human limitations and anchored in human opinions and humanness, then we're waiting for something to happen. And we can't even be used to create it. Okay, we got to do our part. I believe that the current events of the world, this is me, are calling us to anchor ourselves in a new understanding and a new approach to life and living, first as individuals so that we can then be it in the community. And how we exercise our personal power has absolutely nothing to do with religion. And everything to do with our spiritual faith and identity. That's just what I believe. Okay. Yes, thy will, not my will be done. But I must understand how thy will is anchored in me. I must understand my relationship with divine will. I will to will thy will. Please show me how. Please show me how. Because I'm human and I'm crazy. I'm a human being. Look how much time we had to be still during the corona. But instead of being still and seeking the divine and seeking guidance so that we could be moving forward, we were anchored in fear and upset and worried and trying to get out and anxiousness. And now look, the corona thing is going back up in the air, okay? To be anchored in our personal power, in our spiritual power, we must embark on the difficult, sometimes painful journey of self-discovery and self-awareness, which requires that we examine and explore and question our belief systems and our thought processes. Because those are our anchors, what you believe, how you think. And we must begin to eliminate anything and everything that does not resonate with unconditional love and forgiveness. So I bless all of you who think I'm blasphemous, and I bless you who say that I'm preaching heresy. I bless you with clarity and light. And I bless you that you can become a blessing to me. Yeah? You know, we must question. We must question what the ego tells us is right. You know, that's right, they're wrong, I'm right, they're wrong because of my rightness. We got to start questioning that, all right? And questioning the things that we see on the surface so that we don't create guilt and fear. If I was being blasphemous, did you pray for me? Did you pray for my clarity? Or did you just feel the need to write me and spew your wonderfulness upon my personal space? The personality will tell you what should be and what you have to do and what they must do. But thy will, not my will, opens us to a new way of being, a new possibility, deeper understandings, yeah, of what's possible. And we don't have to condemn anything. All we have to do is stand in our spiritual faith and create. So I invite you, as you move into this week and through this coming week, as we face the common challenges, human challenges, and joys, please continue to ask yourself, where is my soul anchored? In what is my soul anchored? In what is my personality, my character anchored? And if it's anchored in Jesus, fine. If it's anchored in Buddha, fine. If it's anchored in Allah, fine. But are you behaving in a way that demonstrates your belief in the anchor? That's all I want to know. Are you lifting people up into a grander awareness? Are you using your personal power and capacity to do thy will on the planet? These are just things that I want you to consider. And I don't feel bad because people send me those things, but I'm not accepting it. And I rebuke it. And I know all about, you know, what the Bible says, and the Quran, and the Bhagavad Gita, and the Torah, and all of them. Okay. How about you? And we breathe. Yes. So, I want to remind you about the Spiritual Sound Spa offered by Dr. Ivy Hilton every Thursday right here on Facebook Live. A beautiful way to tone and align your body, regardless of your religious beliefs, okay? And you can get more information and notices about the spa if you subscribe to Dr. Ivy's YouTube page. It's Sound Spa by Dr. Ivy, I-V-Y, Dr. Ivy Hilton, okay? Just a break from the world and get you in a higher vibration. I also want to remind you about the online Qigong classes offered by Baba Kevin Green. Really, Qigong, I love Qigong, okay? I love Qigong and Tai Chi because it builds energy. And he does a class every Saturday and Sunday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. I didn't go this morning, I'm going tomorrow. And what a beautiful way to start your day, by moving energy in your body, in and through your body. It's such a good thing for you. And he does it right on Zoom. And you know, the practice of Qigong can really help decrease pain and decrease stress, and it improves your circulation and your immune system, and it brings a sense of calm and peace. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you're interested in signing up for his classes, the classes are $16 a week, I think, something like that. But he never turns anybody away if you don't have money, that's giving, you know. So if you want more information, please send an email to Lukumi Temple, that's Lukumi Temple at AOL.com. I say Iyanla.com, okay? Lukumi Temple at AOL.com, and he'll give you all of the details. I also want to ask you if you would join me in holding a dear friend of mine. She's like family to me. Her name is Lynn Victoria Manning Armstrong. And on Monday, they're going to have to amputate her leg. So I want you to join me in just holding her up, and her family, and my beloved sister Musina and Janet, as their baby sister has this transition. I know that doesn't look like it or feel like it, but somehow there's a good in this. And so I want you to join me. Lynn Victoria Manning Armstrong. And we just surround her and the surgeons with light and love as she surrenders her leg on Monday. Yeah, that's hard. Listen, I wanted to bring it downstairs, but I forgot, and I don't want to jump and go run it, okay? Run, go get it. But I found this thing that is from my grandmother, Rissy Holloway Harris. And it said, I've told you many times that my grandmother was a Native American, and she was an herbalist, powerful herbalist. And she taught me many, many, many things. That's how I do Masterpiece. And over the years, I found like little things in her Bible and in this and in that. Well, the other day, in the back of my Bible, I found this thing that said, ladies flash herbs. Ladies flash herbs. And I'm like, flash herbs? What the heck? And she had a whole list. I'm telling you, the paper is yellow and crumbled. Thank God she wrote it in pen, because you know pencil dissolves over years. And then it dawned on me, ladies flashes. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And she had this list of herbs. So I sat with it and I prayed with it for a moment. And something said to me, Iyanla, put it in a soap. For all the ladies of a certain age who are going through a certain transition, who are moving into their power years and therefore have power surges, put it in a soap. Okay? Now, I never had that experience. I never had one. I had one flash experience, and I told my body, don't you ever do that to me again, and I never had it again. I never had a flash. I never had a night sweat. I never had a mood swing. I never had none of that. Never had any of it. In part, it's because nobody ever taught me my woman medicine. Nobody ever talked to me about it, any of it. So I didn't have any preconceived notions. I didn't have any preconceived ideas about it, because I think very often they prepare women for that time of life by saying how horrible it is, how awful it is, how this, how that. They didn't talk to me, so I didn't know nothing, so I didn't have anything. I had one power surge, or you know what the other name for it is. I'm being kind because I know there are men in this thread and they don't need to know our business. So anyway, yesterday, I ordered and I got all of the herbs that Grandma had on her list. and I'm making a soap. Yeah? I need 50 women to test this soap for me. Because I don't want to put it out in the world and say it can do something that it can't do. And all my friends are on the other side of that experience. We old as dust, okay? So, if you are a woman of a certain age and you are having power surges and you got your fan and your little thing and your ice water, I would ask you to volunteer to try this, because I believe what goes on the body goes in the body, because we got pores and things. So I want to test 50 women. I want you to be my guinea pig. Usually it's my family, but like I said, my friends, they old. They on the other side. So I want to send you some. I want you to test it for 3, 4, 5 days and just see how it works, okay? Because I don't want to put it out in the world and say it does this. But can you imagine if my grandmother, the Native American who passed for black, the Native American herbalist who couldn't read, has left me with a formula that can help women with their, it says, ladies' flash herbs. Ladies, I love it. So anyway, if you are in that time in your life and that period in your life, I'm just going to take the first 50, okay? Because I got to make it and I got to see how it works. And I'm going to send you a form, and I want you to just, you got to do it about 3 or 4 days in a row, and let's just see if it creates a difference. Please send me an email, okay, to Iyanla@Iyanla.com. Iyanla@Iyanla.com. Listen, put ladies flash volunteer. Ladies flash volunteer in the subject line, and then in the body of the email, send me your name and your mailing address, and I'm going to send you a sample. Now, it's not going to be labeled and all of that prettiness. I'll do that later, but I got to see if this works. I got to see if it works, okay? Iyanla@Iyanla.com. Ladies flash volunteer in the subject line, and then send me your name and your address and your mailing address, and I'm going to send you 2 ounces, all right? Or maybe 4, because you got to do it 3 or 4 days. Anyway, I'll send you some, and I'm going to send you a thing that you can, and send me your email too, and your name, your mailing address, and your email. And what I'll do is I'll email you the form so that you can keep track of it, all right? And then let me know, because I don't want to put it out in the world to say it can do something that it may not be able to do, even if it helps a little bit, that you can put these herbs on your body in addition to what you're taking. Because you know what? Our ancestors, you know, African, white, they didn't have no, what they call it, hormone replacements. What did they do? Okay? So if you are a lady of a certain age and you want to be my volunteer, okay? Let's see if it works. You know, if it don't, hey, it won't hurt you, all right? So I mixed it up yesterday. I took all of her herbs and I ordered them and I crushed them and I grind them. Plus, you know, I pray on it and I do everything. Okay, good. Let me shut up. I'm just talking here like I got all day. We got to get about our day. So 50 women to taste my Ladies Flash soap. What else I want to show you this, okay? Every week I want to do this. Look at this. I want to show you this. I want to show you this. This thing right here, can you see it? It looks like a phone, but it's called a TENS unit. And it comes with these little things here on the end. You see that? And you know what you do? You place them on different places in your body. It's a massager. It is a massager. And it can do all, see these little things? It does all kind of different massage things. It's called the TENS unit. There are all kinds. And I got this one because, you know, during the corona, we couldn't get a massage. And so I was feeling like cramps in my knee and my back and my shoulders. And because I sit at the computer a lot, I was all like this. So I got this thing. I got it from my husband, Amazon. You know, Mr. Amazon? Yes, this one was $42.95. But they have others. There's one by the massage technicians, and there's one by, go look. It's called a TENS, TENS unit. And it comes with these, and you put these things wherever it is hurting you. I bought everybody I know and love one. You stick it on there. That if you got problem in your shoulder, on your back. I put it on my knee the other day, on my, listen. This thing was so good one day, I was sitting there like I was drugged. Okay. It's called the TENS unit. It's a little thing. And it comes with this one. This is a tech care. It comes with a little case. Sometimes I hook it on my dress and just walk around the house. I wanted you to know that, all right? Because if you can't go get no massage, get you a TENS unit. And you put it on when you're laying down, or when you're sleeping, or when you're just walking around the house, all right? Join me tomorrow on From Love from a Distance, when my guest will be Lettucey and, oh Lord, did I forget the other person? I'm so busy having, I wonder, is that part of the ladies' flash syndrome, that you forget stuff, or is that just old? I don't know. Whatever. Join me tomorrow, Love from a Distance, 7 p.m. We'll put the link in the thread so that you can register, all right? Let me get up out of here today. Today, I want to close with a reading from my book, Spiritual Literacy. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, like that. You know it's important to me because it's bound. Spiritual Literacy, Finding Sacred in Everyday Life by Frederick and Marianne Boussault. Boussault. They are French, okay? It's a collection of stories and quotes that demonstrates how everything we encounter in life has a spiritual meaning and value. And today, I want to close with this one thing that I found. It's called throwing out the garbage. Okay? Throwing out the garbage. Garbage can smell terrible, especially rotting organic matter. But it also can become rich compost for fertilizing the garden. The fragrant rose and the stinking garbage are two sides of the same existence. Without one, the other cannot be. Everything is in transformation. The rose that wilts after 6 days will become part of the garbage. After 6 months, the garbage is transformed into a rose. When we speak of impermanence, we understand that everything is in transformation and everything is good. This becomes that, and that becomes this. So there's another way to think about your garbage. Spiritual literacy, finding the sacred in everyday life. And we breathe. Deep bow. Anchor yourself and have a great, great week. Okay? Bye. Bye.